Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sandrine. Hi. So in today's video we are going to be making a carnival headpiece. So first thing first, we're going to need this sunscreen little cap or headpiece. Sunscreen hat, whatever it's called. So this is how it's looking. You just clip in here like this. And that's how it looks. I got the really big ones because I want to add on a lot of stuff. We also got some feathers, some ostrich feathers, some blues, and some red one. Not red ones, black. Blue and black. And I also got some crystals from Amazon. And you're gonna need your hot glue gun. So first thing first, let's open back this thing up. Oh shoot. How do you open this? Oh, got it. Move all of this out of the way. Hello my angels. So this is the last part of the carnival outfit. So I already did the wire bra, the bottom, and now it's time for the carnival headpiece, feather headpiece. I didn't do a wing, but next year I probably will, because I'm thinking about going to carnival next year. But let's get started on this headpiece. All I'm doing is I'm going to be adding some hot glue onto the feather, which get really hot really fast and it start making like smoke. So you have to be really careful because I burn myself a lot while doing this. So you just have to be quick with it. All I'm doing is just gluing on the feathers onto the hat. And that's basically it for this part. I can't even talk right now. It is so hot. I'm going to be gluing on the blue feathers and also the black feathers the exact same way. I was thinking about mixing up, like doing like blue, then black, then blue, then black. But I'll change my mind and then just do like a full blue up top. And then for the little piece that I had left over, then that's where I'm going to start adding in the black feathers. But now just gluing it on. I totally messed up because I started like putting the feathers a little bit to the left instead of the straight up. I don't know why I did that in the first place. I thought that it would make it fuller, but just doing it straight up and then add the feathers in front, and it turns out beautifully. So yeah. And if you want to make this really easy, you can just cut off the little ends to the feather, really, where you see that little bark thingy. That will make it easier. But if not, then that's just how it will be looking. But when you start adding on feathers on top of feathers, then that does get into the way. So it's just better to just cut it off, which I'm going to show you guys when I start doing the black right here. Just cut off it and then just glue it on. Just like that. Quick and easy and simply. I was worried that this one turned out right because I wasn't too sure of how everything was turning out, because the feathers was going all the way to the left and it wasn't looking straight up. But in the end, I actually used the black feather to fix it up properly, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Oh, I don't think I showed this part, but I actually add some feathers in the middle. So where, like right now I'm just putting the black feathers in the front. Next thing, I'm gonna like move over a little bit of the blue feathers and then just put a little bit of the black feathers in between, if that makes any sense. In the end, you're gonna see how everything look. I just mix it up so that it can look like if it was put together properly. But yeah. And I only had one feather left over in the end. It was only the black one. So the next step is obviously the hat. You see that little black part with a sticker on it exposing. I didn't want that because you can obviously see that it's just a hat, and then I just add on feathers. But to make it into the carnival theme that I wanted, I used the exact same blue fabric that I used for my carnival wire bra. And all I'm doing is just cutting it, just cutting off a little piece of it. And then what I'm actually going to be doing is just gluing it onto the hat, just to cover it up a little bit. Yeah, quick and easy and simple. Or if you want, I was thinking about using the crystals to cover them up, but in the end I wouldn't have enough crystal left over, so the blue material wasn't that all the way off. I don't think people noticed it. Plus I added a little bit of crystal on it just to dazzle it up a little bit, because you can obviously see that the blue feather is a little bit darker and then the material is lighter, but I think it still worked out good in the end. So now I'm just gluing it on. When I started gluing it on, when I started adding the glue up top right there, the hot glue started going onto the feather, so it was a little bit of smoke, but I just add on the material real quick and then just glue it on down. So this is how it looks. It doesn't look all that perfect. I had too much material left over, so I just folded underneath the cap and then just glue down the back side that you see get right there and underneath it. And yeah, this material, I got it from Amazon. I think it's what people usually put on their wedding dress. So all I'm going to do is just cut off a little piece of it. I'm going to put it at the end. Not the end of the hat, but like close to the forehead. Because I was thinking about adding crystals on there, but this way is so much better. And I can just add the crystals to cover up the little feathery mess. And also, if you look closely on where I glue on the material, you can actually see a little dark mark, because that's where the hot glue was on the feather. Yeah, so you can just see like a little bit of mess right there. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was cleaned up and it would look good from afar, and also if you come close up to it. So I just finished gluing on this crystal applique. That's how it's looking. It looks really good as soon as it hit the lights. So next thing, we're going to be using this crystal applique that I also got from Amazon. So I'm going to be using the really big ones, because that way I can just space it out and it still look good together. So all I'm going to do is just, wherever the feathers come over onto the fabric, like wherever you can see little strands or whatever, then that's where I'm going to add the crystals, if that makes any sense. Like wherever it doesn't look cleaned up, that's where I'm adding the crystals. I hope that makes sense. Like if you guys see a close-up of how it was looking before, I was just trying to cover up that as much as I possibly can, so that it can just have that shininess of how every carnival outfit would look. So yeah, just gluing it on, gluing it on, gluing it on. I actually used 2 different type of crystals because I didn't have enough of one, but yeah. So I think this is the final step. After I finish adding on crystals onto the cap, now I'm going to start adding on some onto the feathers, because I really didn't like how it was looking. So I decided to just add on those small crystals onto the feathers, just glue them on. And just like that, they stick on and it looks really good. Kind of just shine it up a little bit. But since it's obviously feathers, if you add something onto it, then it starts leaning forward. But this is the final product. It looks so good. It just brings the whole outfit together. And I'm happy that I decided to make it, because I wasn't really sure at first. But this is how it looks. And in the middle right there, I actually replaced one of the crystals with a piece of a necklace. So I just decided to glue it right there in the middle. But this is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that it's a really long video, but I will see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.